So, welcome everybody to the World of Ability Podcast Network. My name is Emily Gilmer, and I'm a podcast engineer here. I'm excited to bring another episode of World of Ability that was started, will be like 5 years and just a month ago on the 30th anniversary of the passage of the ADA, or the Americans with Disabilities Act. And we are here every Saturday at 1 o'clock Central, 2 o'clock Eastern, and would love to have all of you join us. And so, but excited to have a special guest on today with Kenny, who I believe we met through networking. He was on one of our other shows, I believe. But welcome, Kenny.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be on and I really appreciate it. And it's looking forward to obviously having a conversation.
Yeah, so I see. So how about you say a little bit about who you are, what you do? What's Organic Mindset Agency?
Absolutely. So yeah, my name is Kenny Perry. I'm the founder of Organic Mindset Agency. We are a full-fledged digital marketing agency that specializes in AI powered automated websites. So we actually get sites done in about 21 days or less that actually implement some AI components inside of them. So we don't have to actually put people's sites under construction. We can actually build them on our internal server and transfer them over. That's essentially what we do.
Awesome. How long have you uh been doing what you're doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started Organic Mindset Agency at the tail end of 2022, so about 2.5 years. And yeah, so that's pretty much where we are right now.
So how did you get into what you're doing, or what inspired uh doing what you're doing, or starting your organization?
Yeah, so what inspired me to really do it was, during the pandemic, I was working long hours. I was working at Manulife John Hancock at the time. And I was on the project side for the insurance company that I was working with. And I was very fortunate to have a job through the pandemic, but I was working 13, 14-hour days sometimes. So it was really, really stressful. And at a time where we were locked down and stuff, it was really, really tough to really, obviously be able to have flexibility with things I wanted to do. So I had an aha moment. I was like, okay, you know what? If I'm working this many hours, I want to start something that I can create my own, hopefully, legacy, right? Where it's like, okay, one, I want to create something where I can operate in an online space. Two, I wanted to make sure that I'm able to create something that's tangible and that I can help people with to where they will always need the products and services that we offer, whether we go through another pandemic or not, essentially.
Right.
And then I just wanted to start that. So then I launched it till end of 2022.
So how did you come up with the name Organic Mindset? That's interesting.
Yeah, I get that question a lot. So, when I'm a fitness junkie, so I love working out. I love, eating organic food. I love, just the term organic really, really stood out to me because it's like even when you go to like TED Talk discussions, even when you connect with people and like, you want to, the term organic comes up a lot. So everything from organic growth, organic connections, organic lifestyle. So I knew that was like a term that would stay in people's minds. And then mindset, it's like when you wake up in the morning and you're, setting your sales goals for the week or you're setting your goals for the day, fitness goals, whatever it may be. So it just flowed together, organic mindset agency. So then my slogan is growing your business is all in your mind. And on top of that, my logo is a tree transforming into a brain.
Okay, so it does. Okay, I was took me a second to. I thought it was like a.
Yeah. It's not burnt cauliflower and broccoli.
No. Uh, um. Uh. So is this just you, or do you have other people working with you, or as like a team, or?
Yeah, so I'm the founder, and so I do the consulting work. I do all the networking, and I have a team of three project managers underneath me that work on the back end.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. Mhm.
awesome. Um. So, where are you uh, uh, located?
Yeah, so where I'm located, so my business is actually headquartered in Wilmington, Delaware. But right
Okay,
now, I'm actually back up in Toronto right now. So I'm back and forth between US and Canada quite a bit. And I'm originally from Canada, but I'm able to work in both countries because my dad's American, my mom's Canadian. So spent a lot of time, back and forth between US and Canada. But right now, I'm back up in Toronto.
awesome. Uh, so Canada. So, what brought you down to the? Well, you're originally from
Yeah, I'm
Canada.
originally from. Yeah, I'm originally.
What brought you down to the? Brought you down to the U.S.
Just opportunities. I spent some time living in the US as well. Definitely spent some time living there, and it's just opportunities, and I ended up majority of my clients are US based, and yeah, that's not really a specific reason.
Yeah. Um, let me see. Um, so, like, what's like your most like favorite thing to about what you do?
My favorite thing about what I do is being able to help people. I think that's the thing that makes the most sense in terms of what I do. It's just being able to really connect with people, being able to, use my creative mind to put projects together to really help clients make their business stand out from the competition. It's like when I hear clients come back to me and they're like, "Well, the website you created, or whether it's the SEO that you've done, or any of the other services that you offer, has really helped my business generate more revenue." That is a win for me. So it's just more so putting a smile on my clients' faces is what really makes me happy, and that really what I enjoy the most.
Yeah, like all about the customer service, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um, yeah. So, you're said something about this, like about the AI. AI is going to be kind of a big thing out
Yeah,
there right
AI
now.
is really, really taking over, right? It's a lot of people are, it's pretty much like an AI, called almost like an AI revolution, right? Where it's just there's so much happening, and it's being able to make sure you keep your business relevant in this stage where it's just things are going to be evolving. And I think it's a good evolution because as obviously we dive deeper into an AI space, I think it's really, really important that everybody stays pretty much on top of things, and being able to be obviously keeping up to the times as the AI revolution continues to evolve.
All right. All right. So when somebody uh uh comes to your wants to work with you, like what's the whole pool? Yeah, I can talk. The whole process, like how so like a process of working with you, like what do you exactly like hope? I don't know if the question is coming out right.
Yeah, I don't quite understand. I'm sorry.
Um, um, uh, so if somebody says I want to work with you, what's the typical process of like getting in, like working with them?
Yeah, so the process of working is, really just having, I would say more so of an informative, I'd say intake call where we really, really get to go through their whole consultation. What are your goals? What are you looking to do? Where are you at? What are you, what is your budget? Okay, how are you really looking to stand out? So whether you're just starting out or you're looking to rebrand, that's essentially where we come into play, and we really, help clients to really, hit their goals in that sense. So that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah. Um, let me see. Um, where did I've only been in this a couple of years. Uh, like where do you see your this going in the future? Like what are your are you to like expand or how uh yeah, what's like the goal like moving forward?
The goal, like overall,
Yeah.
I would just say, just really, really, really just being able to, be the best that, I can be in terms of, really running the agency. I want to be a household name. I want to be an agency that people think about when they want to actually rebrand. I want to be an agency that's trusted. And on top of that, I want to be, the type of agency where it's not just about the transaction, but it's about the relationship. And I feel that's important and it's a lost art.
Yeah. Um, so do you have places, well, you say US and Canada, but uh, is it just in the US and Canada, or are you able to help like people like other countries and stuff too?
I can help anybody anywhere, but majority of my clients are US and Canada, to be honest. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Um, and you see, I think I remember I said this before, but like, what were you doing? Like, I remember I sort of asked this question already, but kind of what were you doing like before you started your organization, and then like, how did it get into like doing this?
Yeah, it's what really made me start my organization was, I was working for an insurance company. I was working on the project side of like, implement the 401k plans. So being able to manage the product as it goes from one side to the other and being able to really, spearhead and be in a project management role. And then I just realized that, over time, I just wanted to, branch off and start my own thing. So that's what, influenced me to go and start my own marketing agency.
Um, so if you had any advice for anybody like trying to like get into this field or start their own organization, like what would that be?
My advice that I'd give them, I would say to really understand your why, really understand why you're doing what you're doing. Find out within yourself if it's a passion behind it, or or if it's something that you're just fed up with or whatever it may be. It's really, really, really important to understand your why. And once you get your why, then everything else just falls into place.
Yeah, that's important.
Exactly.
Um, um, if there's like one thing that you could change about being in kind of the industry that you're in, like what would that be?
Is there anything I would change? I don't really
If
think anything, to be honest with you.
if anything.
I don't really think anything, to be honest. It's just, to me, it's more so just continuing to build organic relationships. No pun intended. It's really important. That's the main thing. It's just, you know, being able to, really get a clear understanding of, helping someone understand their why. Like, if there's something that I can do to really help somebody with that, it really goes a long way for me. So that's something that I, have pride in, is helping somebody figure out their why. Like, if they have a business idea, or if they have a way that they really want to, push their business, I feel that, being able to work in tandem with them it's really, really, really important. So that's something that I take great pride in doing. And that's something that I do want to say in that sense, where, yeah.
Yeah. I would um uh like how would you like define like like success and what you're doing your field?
Setting certain goals for myself with certain metrics, and just being able to really think with a bigger mindset. It's like having that, really keeping a next in line mindset, I feel, is really important. So being able to, stay on top of that, have a mindset that, even every time I get a new client, it's, I got to keep thinking, I got to get the next one. I'll celebrate for a moment, but I got to keep thinking, okay, where's my next batch of quality leads coming from, and really staying hungry in that sense.
My mindset is really important.
100% is extremely important.
Um because yeah, because it like affects like both positively and negatively on what you're doing or could anyway.
Yeah.
So I was trying to read what it says right under organic mindset agency
Uh,
or ideal something.
Oh, sorry, what was that? You're trying to read it?
Yeah, well, it's right
Our, our,
underneath
our,
right?
our ideas enhance your online visibility. That's what it means. That's what it says.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, like helping um, people. Yeah, yeah, like the more people. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, the more people see what you do, the more uh, they're likely to
Yeah,
remember doing that kind of thing.
exactly.
Which is could be a good thing. Um, and uh, so if somebody uh, wanted to, or if somebody had any questions or wanted to get a hold of you, like how would they go about doing that?
Yeah, they can reach out to me at Kenny at organic-mindset.com. Repeat, it's Kenny at organic-mindset.com. And the number to reach me on is 302-204-0226. 302-204-0226.
Awesome. Um, see. Uh, let's see. Um, like what are maybe some things that you've learned with starting your own business that um I think um, someone one should know, especially if they're maybe looking to start their own organization, that kind of thing.
Let's say really creating a brand that helps your business stand out from the competition. Being able to be pretty much in control of that and have an understanding of it. Because a lot of the time, people don't know how to properly brand themselves. Whether you're a self-named business or a business that has a unique title, it's really good to get a clear understanding of how to really navigate around that.
Yeah. Is that one of the things that you would help somebody with was is with like branding, that kind of thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Um, uh, so like what's like a maybe a common like myth or something myth about somebody might have about your like industry or that kind of thing.
I don't understand the question. I'm sorry.
Um, uh, mm, let's see. Um, maybe like what's like the most difficult thing or a challenge uh of being a uh founder of an organization.
Yeah, it's just, I would say the biggest thing is just being able to really get a clear understanding of everything. Like, it's running an operation is different from being an employee. Like when you're running an operation, it's just you got to be able to control of everything. You have to be able to build your pipelines. You got to be able to network properly. You have to be able to understand exactly what it is, what the clients need. So staying on top of that is really important.
Yeah. So when you're not working, uh, um, okay, like what's your mm,
Hobby?
what outside of working, like what do you like doing like outside of work stuff?
Working out. I enjoy working out. I enjoy listening to music. I enjoy watching sports, playing video games. A regular guy in a nutshell, like outside of work.
So um, uh, so like what's your most favorite that I can do? I'm probably most of this already, but like what's your favorite thing like about marketing and because I think because this is all kind of about marketing, right?
The creativity aspect is just being able to come up with a concept that's creative, that stands off in the competition, that really helps clients resonate with what it is they're looking to do. That's what I love more than anything else. There's not really much else I could say in that sense.
Yeah, and creative is
Hmm.
yeah. Uh, yeah, yeah, so I need to leave soon. So whenever you need to go, you can go,
Okay,
Kenny. Um,
perfect.
um, but
Well, thank you for your time, though. I really appreciate it.
yeah, thank you for coming on.
Of course. No, thank you. And this is going to be published where?
I'll be out on YouTube and Facebook and things like that.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much for your time. Have yourself a lovely day.
You too.
All right.
All right, everybody. So yeah, as I was saying before, um, they also have other shows in the network that's up besides this one. Like Blue Collar Crypto tomorrow, PH Mission Monday, Project Die Hard, the ASV Bridge Show, World of Pets, um, Choose Greater Health, Revolutionize Your Marketing, About MK Now, other shows like that. So everybody's welcome to uh, join us. Um, and so if you are interested in being on a show, just let us know and get that taken care of. And I assume I just had a telethon a couple of weeks ago. Um, that went well. I have other things going on as well. So if you are interested in other things, to please reach out. Okay, then comes Mark Balin.
Yes,
How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. Are we the only ones here?
I did have somebody on who just left like a few minutes ago. Um,
Isn't it water skiing day?
I believe so. Uh,
Oh, that's okay.
but well, yeah, we'll see if else comes on. But um,
You trying to hold down the fort?
A little bit, especially since for it's a little bit here, especially with the person who was just on. Uh,
Who was just on?
Kenny Perry from the Organic Mindset Agency.
The organic what?
Organic Mindset Agency.
Don't know what that is.
Um,
I don't think I met it yet. Excuse me.
uh, yeah, so I can put there.
Growing your business is all in your mind.
Yeah,
Did you say Kenny?
yes.
No, the girl's name is Kenny.
No, Kenny is a guy.
Oh, this is a girl. There's a girl on this. There's no guy on this one. There can't be two companies with the same name, is there?
I just put the link to his thing on in the chat for you.
Ready to elevate your digital presence? Let's craft a strategy teller for your success. Did you know that you can skyrocket your current sales by 5 times than what you're getting now? I don't know. I don't know. So I guess all the things like today, like what else is supposed to be going on today? He said he wasn't going to be around today, so it's no big deal.
Yeah. Uh, so what's going on with on the Mark TV lately?
Well, like usual, getting screwed over by friends.
Oh, lovely.
That's just the way it is. Just the way it is. Everybody takes advantage of me because of how I make connections and relationships. And then when it comes down to the money, they all forget. And they all tell me I don't know how to make money as they steal the money from my pocket. It's just the way it is. I've come to accept it.
I agree.
Everybody. It is what it is. There's a place in hell and there's a place in heaven, and I'm not a religious man, but I am a smart man, and I believe that, if you keep fucking, there's not that many of us, and if you keep fucking with the Jews, you can't win, you know what I mean? And, when people run into situations, then, it is what it is.
Yeah.
There's different kinds of black on black crime, and I've come to accept it all.
All right.
My day doesn't change. I've never based my life on money anyway. Never have, never will. Never been poor. I have things going on. When everything kicks in with, hopefully everything kicks in with Daniel Barrett, he doesn't screw me. If he doesn't screw me, I'm good to go. And I don't think he's going to, but everybody else has.
Yeah, I
I was
know.
wondering why. I was wondering why in Arizona everybody starts stabbing me in the back and making up bullshit about me going away on all these different things. And then I found out the guy I brought into the situation, the guy I made popular, turns out Larry gave him a television station too, a black guy. And now all of a sudden he has they don't need me. They didn't meet me anymore as a television station. So Larry gave him one, and he told me it was funny thing was when I was partners with the guy, he said, "Don't trust him. He's not going to do the right thing by you." And what I didn't realize is they were both creating a television channel for him instead of me. So I handed Larry the I handed Larry the I handed Larry the white golden goose, and he did what he did. I put him back in the white world. The problem with the brothers is they make believe they're in the white world. They never. I mean, unless you're an athlete or a rapper, you're never really involved. And when the opportunity arises, the white world crushes you, aka look what happened to Diddy. Look what happens to all of them. Unless you give in, they're going to crush you.
Yeah.
All of them are scumbags. All of them are dirty. All of them. They're all dirty. They're all scum. They're all bad people. They really are. And I'm not talking about blacks. I'm not talking about that thing. I'm just talking about anytime. And when you reach a certain level, you have to sell your soul.
There again.
Hello,
Aloha.
is this the World of Ability podcast?
Yeah, it always is. Yep.
Oh,
Emily's
where's
running it
Kurt?
today.
Oh, well, we don't know that it's the World of Ability podcast, Emily. Where's our logo? Hello, Emily, are you
Yeah,
there?
I could maybe put it up, but I wasn't looking to actually be doing too much today, but I can maybe put it up here.
Well, you don't have to worry about it, man. We can all wait till everybody gets back. I mean, they're all water skiing. They're having their day. Let them have it. Let them have fun. I'm sure things will get back to normal tomorrow.
Why? What happened?
They're just water skiing, big event.
Oh, okay. I know
That's
there's
all.
quite a heat wave. So anyway, well,
Yeah.
thank you, Emily, for having the World of Ability podcast. It's great to show the logo every Saturday so people know who we have a guest coming joining us, and it goes out there to the universe. And great to see you, Mark. I'm Marianne of
Yep.
Waikiki. We spoke, and Kurt
Yep.
has said I'm like the creative director. So
Yep.
just trying to keep the movement flowing here. I'm in San Carlos, Mexico. It's hot and strong winds and about 2 to 3 foot waves out there because we're getting the effects of the hurricane that happened south of here. So
The
that's
servers
what's
must
going.
are the
That's
servers
what's.
out?
Oh, there's no surfers down here in San Carlos, Mexico. That's
Oh,
Hawaii. I'm in San Carlos.
well,
So
oh, okay.
we
Usually
got the
surfers
boat.
on waves.
I haven't seen any Mexican surfers, jet skiers, but anyway,
Yeah, that's true.
we're going to be going on a boat parade later today. So we're getting things organized. And anyway, I've been busy. We got our pool repaired, and captains are getting ready to get their boats put away for the summer so they can get out of this heat wave for the summer. I know it's affecting everybody. I heard Milwaukee was supposed to have some heat wave that, anyway, temperatures are rising, but looking
Why
forward
do you
to
why do you
working
put
with
your
you
why do people put their boats away for the summer?
because it's extremely hot down here. And they're going to go up north, and they have friends up north, like
Oh,
Washington, where it's cooler. And,
got it.
kind of like a winter home, summer home. Canadians come down here. They go up there for the winter where it's cooler. So,
Got it.
yeah, you're just sweating. And if you're not in a dock with a air conditioning set up, I mean, the sweat just rolls down you. It was unbearable when I first came over here. And so I'm grateful I'm in an apartment that with a pool outside my door and brought a new air conditioner. And they're going to put a new door on my apartment. And the captain dropped off a hammock for me. And he's going to be here for another month. So we may sail, see a Cortez. I want to. And
Man, it's
anyway,
87. Man, it's 87 degrees and you think it's hot?
I'm in San Carlos. It's the
Yeah,
humidity.
it's
And
87 degrees.
yeah, but the heat index is more than that. And you got to realize the thickness of the clouds that we're getting from the hurricanes
Oh,
that were
yeah, because
south of
I live in
here.
Arizona. It's going to be 100. Today's going to be a mild day. It's only going to be 105.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because a couple of days ago it was 115.
Uh-huh. So anyway, I'm looking forward to hearing back from your organization. They emailed me
Yep.
back and was going to create a marketing plan for me. And
They're taking care of it. Yep.
I tried scheduling an appointment for Tuesday. But for some reason the code wasn't going through to my email. So anyway, we'll work on it. My friends are leaving next week, and then I'll have space to my time, time to my space. What do you call it? I don't know. I'll have my head a little clearer. I don't know. I'm having way too much fun enjoying them, but we'll be taking care of business and looking forward to working with you on that and reviewing all that as well. And
Yes,
recovering
ma'am.
from the eyes. So my eyes are still recovering. My friend's the nurse. She said, your eyes still look swollen. And I said, okay. So anyway, that's what's going on.
Okay. Well, be safe, be cool, and have fun. We'll see y'all later.
All right. Adios. Adios, Emily. I'm leaving too. I'm not doing
Hello, hello. What's all the status on here?
It's just me right now. Kenny was on here for like the first half hour. Mark and Marianne were just on here. I don't know where they went. I think they just hopped off for some reason in the last couple of minutes. So that's where I'm at. I'm in the middle of getting ready here, so
Are we live streaming right now?
we are.
Okay,
We've been,
that's what I was
I
checking. It
thought
says
I
it shows
thought
that it is. So,
uh
well,
because I thought Mark and Marianne were gonna keep talking, so I went and started doing something else, and then they ended up popping off in the middle of. I just got back here, so
oh, good. Okay, well, if you need to get going, I can go ahead and take over if you'd like. I'm in good shape here for the next little bit. And I guess just a quick question: if you are around at all for the 5 o'clock, that would make a big difference too, if that's a possibility.
uh I don't know that I'm gonna be able to at the moment. So
Okay. All right. Keep us in tune then, because we got a big day going on here. We actually are just in between events at Pewaukee Lakes. We have the Lake Country Clean Water Festival going on. We had ski lessons all morning, and I got a little bit delayed here because of doing adaptive water skiing, and it was amazing. We had, yeah, it really went very well, and which is crazy because of the amazing wind we have right now. It is kind of insane how much it's blowing. And then we're supposed to have a ski show that starts tonight at 5 o'clock. So it's a big day, a lot of fun things going on. There's an education tent and bands playing and all the fun things. I can talk a bit more about that and see if we have anyone else that's going to be hopping back in. And was Kenny going to be coming back, do you think, or is he all done for today? Because I know he's going to be featured on Wednesday night also with those radio show.
not aware that he was coming back. He said he had to get going soon, so not sure that
Okay.
he's coming back, but
All good.
I don't know if any of the others are.
Okay. Well, and if you need to get running too, if you want to make me host for this, I can make you co-host as long as you're able to stay on. I totally up to you. Like I said, I can carry the show for the next hour here. I appreciate all the help. As it's one of those days, teamwork makes the dream work. Because we got a lot of fun things happening and all sorts of what do I want to say? Plates that are spinning and balls being juggled and all that. So we actually are in transit right now because being it's a long day at the lake with all the adventures we got going on down there, we're actually just taking a brief time out to go and let the dog out. It's one of those days that that's just kind of how that works. So I am away from the lake for just a little bit here, which is perfect timing to be able to hang out on here. So forgive me for not getting my video on just yet, but I will soon once we get all situated and not moving in a vehicle. So the Lake Country Clean Water Festival is an event that's been going on for the last let's see, the last 14 years. This is the 14th annual event, and it was originated with the Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club. I want to say the lake closures that we kept having, it became more and more common that the lake, there's a beach right there, and the beach gets tested to make sure it's a decent quality, water quality for people to be able to utilize the beach. And we ended up having a number of nights where we had closures because of the water quality, whether it was E. coli or if it was occasionally we had algae bloom. There was multiple different reasons where we had water quality issues that meant we were not able to continue with using the waterway for that short time. But with what we all did, we raised money so that some deterrents could be put in place, some because there's definitely ways to make adjustments and help the situation with that water quality issue. And one of the, well, actually, I'm I'm in an interesting kind of a lucky position that I'm familiar with some researchers at UW-Milwaukee that did a lot of studies on water quality and what causes things like E. coli contaminations and what is the source of those issues. And it turns out it's something that you wouldn't necessarily originally think of. I know it was not something I thought of at first, but it's actually the seagulls pooping in the water, of all things, that has been one of the major contributors to having E. coli issues in the lake. So that was a study done actually utilizing Lake Michigan and some closure issues that they were having there, but that translates to anywhere. So there's actually a pretty significant amount of E. coli in the droppings of seagulls. And if you're at a waterway, what do you see? You see seagulls. They're flying around the area. It's a natural habitat for them. And when we were able to help the situation as far as putting up some reflectors and spinners and things that basically make it less attractive for the seagulls to hang out at the beach. Once we put that into place, and it's basically just trying to help them relocate somewhere else, so that because when people are at the beach, what happens? They have food there. They're like, oh, there's birds, I'm going to feed the bird. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. You do not want wild critters of any sort, birds or whatever, to be on the beach with people. It's just not a good idea. And like what I'm saying with the seagulls, I know people like to feed the animals and all that, but that is just that is a contributing factor to why then the seagulls like to hang out there. And it's their poop is full of E. coli and is enough that it ends up contaminating the water to the point where beaches get closed. Because most beaches do have testing that they do to make sure that the water quality is sufficient for people to be in it. Because if that's the last thing they want is to have some kind of a public health issue because of something like an E. coli contamination. You got to take care of your people. So they test the water on a regular basis. And I know like I'm saying, years ago with Pewaukee, that was a problem where it was getting closed way too often because specifically of having high E. coli. So once those deterrents were put into place, we set up our ski club. Well, let me back up that story. So with the beach closures, that affected our ski club, because it now is a big question. It's like, okay, the beach is closed. Do we still ski? I mean, we don't ski right at the beach. We're down a little ways down the lake from there. But then it ends up being a big question mark of, okay, is this okay for us to be in the water, number one? And number two, realizing that we're a little ways away from the beach, the beach is closed, yet we'd potentially be in the water just a little ways away. That doesn't really look good publicly, right? We don't want to give people the wrong idea and be the reason why people are actually going out and swimming now because, oh, look, they're skiing. We must be okay to swim. Well, not necessarily, right? The water quality at one spot versus another can be very, very different. So long story short, it's already been a long story, but long story short, we ended up raising money then with this Lake Country Clean Water Festival. I mean, think about the name, Lake Country Clean Water Festival. We're all about educating people on different topics surrounding water quality and how to take care of our lakes, how to take care of critters in the area, whatever. There's a lot of different things that we can be educated on to make it a better experience and better quality of life for people and the animals. And part of what this turned into then with this festival is there's an education tent set up. So today from 10 until 3, there's an education tent right on the sandy beach. And there's lots and lots of tables out there of information from different local organizations, different multiple universities, and they all are presenting some kind of a topic that is dealing with this exact question, basically, of clean lakes and how to environmentally be safe in what you're doing and make good choices with whatever you're doing. Are you hurting the environment or not? It's something to seriously consider. It's like, if I choose A or B, if I have two different ways to do something, one way is not going to hurt the environment and the other way is, well, you got to understand what your choices are that you're making so that you can legitimately make good choices. So that's where this education tent is a definite component of what we're doing to help children and adults alike to learn whatever topics they can learn for improving what they are doing. So, and it's fun. It is kind of geared towards the kids for the most part, just because it's a fun thing, make learning fun, right? So it's geared towards the kids, but you know what? The parents are there too. So they're learning along with what the kids are doing. So, what I am doing here is I am making my way. This is an unusual show today for multiple reasons. I've got more I can share yet about the festival, but you get me kind of live in action today because I am now at the house. I'm going to be you're going to go for a walk with me. We're going to walk the dog around the block here. It's going to be a short walk because unfortunately it is, well, I guess I should say fortunately, it is crazy hot out there. So I don't want her out for too long, but she definitely needs to get out and around to be able to do her business and not be stuck indoors all day. It's pretty rare that we're gone for a full day, but this is one of the few days out of the year that's the way it is. So I'm going to be taking her around so that she can enjoy some time outside now, because then we will be going back and putting on a ski show before the day is done. So again, Lake Country Clean Water Festival is something that I'm actually, if Leon ends up popping on here, I think he will be very interested to hear some of the things that we're all doing, because he's got the Clean Water Foundation that he's working with, and that's just such an amazing group, and amazing things that they have done have benefited so many people, truly making a difference. Oh my gosh, on like I say, on so many levels. Clean water is something that I think too many of us take for granted. I mean, like where I live, we have well water here, and we are blessed with having safe drinking water. But there are so many people in the world that do not have that luxury. It shocks me at times when I think about how we really do have it good here, and we don't even think about it. It makes such a difference to have quality water available and to be able to do the things that you need to do. Because if you drink contaminated water, it doesn't take much and you're sick. That's all there is to it. And that is something that we do not want to take for granted ever. And we do. Those of us that have that blessing of clean water, it's easy to forget it's not like this everywhere. So this Clean Water Festival has been a fun way to get people excited about this topic, and it's raised a lot of money over the course of time, and it's made a real difference on some of the local lakes here. We actually have been able to different things that have been a benefit for different waterways. And I gotta say, I'm not part of the team that is doing all the finer details like that, so I don't have specifics, but I know for a fact improving our local waterways based on what we've been able to do with raising money through this particular program that we're doing. So it's gone from being something where it was our ski club truly running the entire event to an independent organization now. The Clean, I'm gonna make sure I get the name right. Clean Lakes. Oh shoot, I should look that up. But I'm like I say, I'm out walking the dog right now, so glad you're all walking with me. But if you look up Lake Country Clean Water Festival, you will find the website. And actually, I believe is Clean Lakes Festival is the actual website. All the details are listed on there. Actually, I can say another thing that they did was punch rides today. Still, that's still happening. Get a nice big tour of the lake for, I think adults were only like $5. It's a very, very minimal cost to go out and get a chance to see the lake from the lake. And then I also have Zumba that was taking place. Zumba or not Zumba lessons, but Zumba on the beach. They started that early enough this morning that they were able to get that in before it got too hot. They also had, you know what? I keep talking about the Clean Lakes Festival, but we basically were blessed to be able to hop on the bandwagon with the Kiwanis. So this is the 29th annual Kiwanis Beach Party, where they actually close off the road in front of the beach in Pewaukee. They close that off, set up tents, sell food, sell drinks, have bands playing all weekend, they've got vendors out there that also are selling things or are educational of some sort. And it's just a big, fun, wonderful festival that started last night and then is going all day today, and then like bright and early tomorrow morning is cleanup. But it's basically a Friday night, all day Saturday event. And it's worked so well that we could team up with the Pewaukee Kiwanis Club to be able to do this. With what we were able to do to piggyback off of their event that was already taking place, our participation has enhanced what they have and vice versa. They're having that piece of it in place has made it just such a wonderful win-win. Community organizations coming together and doing something amazing for our community. I know they also had a pancake breakfast there this morning, and that was put on by the local Mason Club. So the Masons, I should say. And so it's involving a huge number of the nonprofit organizations within our community, all taking a piece of the event and doing each organization doing a small part, which, you know, these are not small parts, but each organization taking on a part of it like this makes it doable. Because if one particular group would do all of these things, it'd be too much. So this is just a great example of, again, teamwork makes the dream work, working together, making it workable for everybody. And let's see, with our ski club this morning, our first thing was ski lessons. So we had a total of, I believe, somewhere around like 25, 26 people that have not water skied before. Some of them have tried, but truly, by the time they were done, they all skied. So that's a fun thing for us, being able to share our sport with people for the first time. And I mean, my goodness, there was one little girl this morning that I'm so proud of her. Before they went out on the boat, we do some land instruction first, give them an idea of what to do and what to expect. And before she went out, she was scared. I don't know if she's ever been on a boat before or not, but she actually was scared. She was like the borderline tears, like she was scared to get started. And it was amazing because when she came back, she was jumping up and down excited. It was like the best thing she's ever done, kind of a thing. She just was so excited, asking about what more can she do? When can she do this again? You know, she loved it. And I was just so proud of her for stepping out and taking a chance and pushing the boundaries a little bit, right? I mean, when you do something for the first time and you're especially, I mean, she's I'm not sure how old she was. I'm gonna guess 7, 8, maybe. But to be someone that young and trusting our people to be able to do something like this, and that they helped her to make it a wonderful experience. So it really that that's the kind of stuff that makes me so happy to be part of this organization too. To be able to share our sport that we love with people that it's brand new for them. That said, that's part of why I love adaptive water skiing, because there's so many people who can't do stand-up skiing for whatever reason. That's just not the right answer for them. That is something that is possible by using something called a sit ski. Now, I know we've talked about sit skis before on here, adaptive skiing, and I think it's been a while since I've really talked about what the heck is that? What does that mean? So today we did 2 demos. We have a friend who is a seated wakeboard. He's amazing using a seated wakeboard. He is a gentleman with paralysis. He's got a spinal cord injury and just has great mobility with his upper body, but none with his lower. He uses a seated wakeboard. So if you can imagine having some kind of they call it a cage, just basically a metal frame that he sits in that's attached to the top of this wakeboard. And I gotta say, he impressed everyone today, because I don't know if you can hear in the background here just how windy it is. The wind today is insane. It's not real conducive at this time of the day now in the area. Oh my gosh, as the wind is blowing even harder. Here, and I gotta get the dog down in the ditch here. It's a little too warm for her paws. It is insane how big waves we had today. But he nailed it, and didn't just nail it. It was amazing that he was able to get through all the waves like he did, and catching air, jumping. Oh my gosh, it was quite the demonstration, because that's what today's event, what the adaptive part today was doing an adaptive demo so that people can see what it is, because a lot of people have never heard of it. They have no idea what that is. So that he was able to give a demonstration of what it is to be an independent skier like that on the water. And we also use our club's sit ski for doing a second run then. And we actually, with it being as wavy as it was today, we put one of our able-bodied skiers. I didn't have another adaptive participant lined up for that demo, which is unfortunate. But also I'll say, with being as wavy as it was, today was not, if it was the first time for somebody, it would not have been first try, I guess is what I should say. So we had somebody from our club who is able-bodied. However, he just a year ago had fractured his leg pretty severely. Like he wasn't sure he'd ever be able to stand up ski again. But the way the way he was managing to get healed up from that experience, and doing all of the things he needed to do, he is stand up skiing again. So it was just nice to be able to give him an experience of what is it like to be using the sit ski. He in the past has been a side skier. So what is a sit ski? Again, that is a ski fitted with again, what we call a cage on the top, which is the frame where the person sits. And we go out with a stand-up skier on either side of the sit skier. And basically just, that's how we ski. We ski as a unit of 3. We got the 2 stand-up skiers and then the sit ski in between. And it's so much fun. Our job basically is to make it, as a side skier, to make it a good experience for our participant. I know when he came in, he said his biggest reaction was he was surprised how much he got splashed, which can happen, with being out there with the waves and everything. However, he I think got splashed a bit more than what would be typical, just because it was so insanely windy today. It really was a bigger challenge than what it usually is. But the upside with this too, I was able to be one of the side skiers, so glad I got to go out and do that, and actually got to train a brand new person as a side skier. It was the first time she has ever done it. She's been wanting to for a while, and today worked out perfectly that she was able to do that. Sorry, I'm walking the dog and we're taking a quick little shade break. She's getting pretty hot. It is toasty out here. It's unfortunate that it's the heat of the day and we're making our way around now, but this is what the timing worked out to be. She's doing perfectly. So there are signals that we use. We always are able to talk, even when we're behind the boat, we're able to talk to the boat. So it's our own type of sign language, because from that distance, obviously you can't really hear each other. At least not much, can a little bit. But we have signals that we use, and we always set things up ahead of time so we know exactly what to expect, exactly what the signals are and what the pattern is going to be, so that we're all on the same page. We keep it a good, safe experience for everybody. We ended up, let's see. So, well, I can just talk through the beginning of our event. Come on, bud. With the beginning of our event, oh, I guess it's a little too warm to get going yet. We had, so all of us in the water, we have extra people there to help manage ropes and all that, to make sure that that's all as needed. And once we're all situated where we need to be, we end up calling for the, tighten up so that the ropes get tight between us and the boat. And then we do a double check again to make sure we are actually all ready and the equipment is where it needs to be. And then once we're certain that we're all safe and where it needs to be, then we yell to the boat, 1, 2, 3, hit it. So hit it is the accepted command. A lot of people yell go or go boat or whatever. We very firmly say not to do that, because go and no sound way too much alike. So we go with the command of hit it, because there's no mistaking that. So again, it's 1, 2, 3, hit it, and then we are up and skiing. And our job as side skiers again is to, for the most part, keep our skier in the middle of the wake and back, which is that flatter spot that's right behind the boat. When you see a boat out there, you can always see that it leaves a wake. It has a nice flat area right behind the boat. And that's our plan, is to just stay in the middle of that. And then once we are all done with our ski run, we're all hooked up to a boat where the way that we let go is that there's a pinner in the boat. And that is a person who is, the way that they can let us go is to let the ropes and everything go from the boat. We end up yelling to them so that they know when to release us, and then we just gently sink into the water once we give them the signal. And the signal there, we actually come in and hang on to the sit skis so that we're able to sink into the water together. But that is that's here, come on, Minnie. She is a tired puppers. Sorry, again, managing multiple things all at once here. So to get us to all land together, we call to the boat 1, 2, 3, and then I nod my head. And when my chin drops down on that fourth beat, that is when they let us into the water. And then we all just land as a group, and we maintain our equipment and our adaptive skier and everything so that we all are together, and it's nice and easy. So that is how that all works. We also do have a safety boat that follows us too. So we don't have just one boat with us out there. We actually have a second boat that comes, and that's where, just in case there is a reason why we would get pinned out there, they are there to make sure we all stay safe and can manage all the equipment, but most especially to keep all the participants in the exact spot that they need to be. So it really is a fun experience. We've been doing this for years now, and for a lot of years, for decades actually. And we love to be able to share what we're doing with people. And we have some more dates coming up. The Lindsay Legis Free Water Ski Club, we will be going out for our next event in just a few days. Next Friday is our next event. We gotta go. So we will be back on the water in just under a week. Hold on. What's your foot? So we will be back down in Burlington at Browns Lake, having fun with our friends down there, and I am anticipating a pretty good sized group out there. So that is one place that has caught on really well, that we have gotten quite a few should I say regulars that get to come and that we get the privilege of skiing with, and it's always a good time. The website for more information with that program is lindsay.org, LYNZAY, lindsay.org. So the skiing there we were doing in memory of Lindsay. She actually unfortunately passed away in 2006 in a car accident, and she was an avid skier. She was only 14 years old, but she, like our daughters, grew up in a ski club and spent all her time at the lake with her family. And her parents are still the ones that come out and do the adaptive skiing. They do ski lessons usually on Sundays at the same site. Not every Sunday, but many Sundays throughout the summer. They are just incredibly giving, and I can't say enough good things about them and all of the people that they have benefited over the course of, oh my gosh, I don't even know how many years now, because they started probably back in like 2007, I believe. So it's been a long time, and they have blessed so many people with their generosity and their kindness. And truly, they're the ones that taught our own daughter how to ski. So when you think about we are members of a ski club ourselves, and we've got lots of friends that potentially could be in that position where we could hook up with them and have her learning how, she chose that going down and skiing with Rick was the way that she wanted to learn how to ski. That was the right answer for her. So proud of her for what she did. I think she started when she was 6. So started skiing when she was 6, and now 10 years later, here she is, she's 16, and she's with our ski club, is in charge of the junior show. She does all the scheduling, all of the things to make a difference for our new skiers. So she gets to I am trying to figure out if I've been muted for a while. I hope not. I saw a note there saying to unmute. Hope I didn't bump that button. And if I did, I wonder how long it's been like that. I sincerely apologize if, and I have no idea how much I would have been talking here without that being open. I'm actually at this moment taking a break with the dog, letting her breathe a little bit because it's a hot, humid day and she's laying in the shade, aren't ya? And trying to cool off a little bit before we finish this walk. But she's doing amazing. It is hot out here. I'm gonna help her out a little bit by, you can give me just a second here while I switch out her harness here so that she doesn't have to wear the big one. That'll help cool her off a little bit. There you go, bud. All right. Yeah, because our furry friends, it's pretty toasty. I was kind of letting her guide the way of which direction we go, and I think at this point she's regretting that she wanted to go for a long walk because it's too hot. Okay, we are almost home. We're only just a few houses away, so like I said, managing a few things here. You're getting me live, and that's just the way it is. So I mentioned too, if you haven't had a chance to see the telethon, uh, a couple weeks ago now, I suppose 2 weeks, and it was amazing. We had so many people participating in that and working together to put together 8 hours of content. Amazing. We had a great time with our friends on there, and we got to highlight the great works of, gosh, I think we personally had over 30 different organizations accounted for. We ended up actually going longer than 2 hours. We once just broadcast for another 26 minutes before let's go home. Oh, which is like, not yet. Okay, not cooled off enough. Oh, poor thing. Too hot. Yep, my bad. I should have made you turn sooner. All good. So with that telethon, we actually got to highlight all these wonderful people, all in support of our veterans. And the content is still available online. You can totally see what we all put out there, and it's available at vetsinneed.org. The website again is vetsinneed.org, and that is where you can find the info with the live streaming is still on there. We did our show completely live stream. There was a couple short pieces that were recorded ahead that we incorporated into the live streaming, but it all happened as is. And I'm very proud of all those that were on participating with us. They truly did an amazing job with sharing their expertise and sharing their knowledge and supporting our veterans. So if you give me just a moment here, I'm actually going to mute myself for a moment so I can help. Oh, maybe I don't have to. Come on. And I see we've got Santa Papa John joining us. And I'm going to go ahead and say a big hello. Santa, how are you?
I am awesome. How are you guys?
Having an amazing yet crazy day. We are, I'm actually out right now trying to get the dog back home. It is insanely hot here. And we've been at Lake Country Clean Water Festival all morning. Did ski lessons this morning and did some adaptive skiing, and then been on here ever since. We actually popped home so that we could let the dog out, and with the insane heat, she's actually not appreciating the choice of going the extra little bit of distance. I was trying to get her to do a short block, and she's like, "Nope, we've got to go long." And now she's huffing and puffing. But now she's back up. I know we're only a few houses away from being back home.
We got 91 over here.
Oh, yep. So you are feeling it. Yeah, it is. I think the car said 92 on the ride home, and just crazy windy though. Are you guys experiencing like this 20-mile-an-hour gustiness?
We had the wind at 1 o'clock this morning, and I mean 60, 70 mile an hour winds. Bemidji, which is 100 miles north of us, they recorded a wind gust of 106 miles an hour.
What? That's insane.
I guess there was a big tornado touchdown out near Bismarck, North Dakota, and it killed 2 people. So that's kind of sad news, but this weather's just been crazy goofy.
Yeah. What the heck? Oh my gosh. I hadn't heard that. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. Wow. Well, if you give me just a few minutes here, once I get back inside, it is me. I think Emily might still be in the background, but I know she was, I believe, getting ready to head somewhere. So she carried the torch for the first little bit, and thank goodness, because we were still getting off the water.
Was your show canceled because of the crazy weather?
My neighbors up. I'm cutting through the shady area and through their backyard.
You're breaking up on me. I said, did your show get canceled?
So we'll be doing. Not yet. We're supposed to be having a ski show tonight at 5 p.m. So we'll see what we end up being able to do, because it is so incredibly windy. I'm not sure what we're actually going to be able to accomplish. It's going to be.
We lost a big branch beside the house. Becky got up this morning and checked the big branch from one of the trees fell down. Luckily, it didn't hit the house or hit any of the garden. So it's laying in the side of the garden, but it's going to be big enough that I'm going to have to get the chainsaw out to chop it up.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. But luckily, no damage.
Thank goodness for that. Yeah, I was gonna say, I wish I lived closer, because I kind of enjoyed doing the chainsaw.
Yeah.
But back inside where it feels nice. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. 91 degrees here, and humidity. We've got humidity to go along with it. Feels like 100.
Yeah.
So the humidity is 55 degrees, or 55%. So that's pretty ugly.
Wow, let me see. I just walked in, and our weather station that we have like on the wall here is showing 91 degrees outside, 61% humidity.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Oh my goodness.
Welcome to summertime, for the longest day of the year, and first official day of summer, and she's coming in full guns and full barrels, I
would say. Well, actually, you want to take a moment and share a bit about what you have going on in your corner of the world? I got to mute myself for just 1 second here, but I would love to have you sharing what's the latest and greatest with you.
I can do that to kill some time for you, Sue. Hey, folks, Santa Papa John here. And if you haven't checked out the website, boy, santapapajohn.com, he's got lots of things going on in his shop. Yes, Santa Papa John has a shop of all kinds of goodies. He's got T-shirts inspired by stories, and coloring books inspired by stories. He has a cookbook with Santa's favorite 50 cookie recipes happening from the North Pole, all Mrs. Claus approved, of course. And, the subscriptions are happening for the veteran program as well as the T-shirts. I have a T-shirt designed, for veterans, where I'm donating some money back to the veterans from the sale of that specific t-shirt. So lots going on, folks. And, well over 100,000 followers on social media. So how can I help your business
You're
do the
over a hundred
promotion?
thousand. What? I missed that.
You,
Woohoo!
you didn't know that? Oh,
Oh,
I crossed 94,000 on TikTok the other day. And, so I've got over 10,000 just on LinkedIn. So just those two, well over 100,000. So I'm going to go on TikTok again for a couple hours tonight. So hopefully I'll hit that 95,000 mark tonight. That's pretty excited. So the next couple weeks, hopefully I'll hit that official 100,000 followers on TikTok, where I have been told and I've seen they give you a very nice little plaque to say that you have official 100,000 followers. So kind of excited to see where that is. So you never know,
that is so cool.
and it's not that I've gone viral. I haven't gone viral. It's all sweat equity and hard work and
Yeah.
just putting time into the platform. The other day it was a good night. I had 400 new followers in one day. So, you start doing 400 here, 500 there, 200 there, 600, 1,000, 1,500. It all adds up after a while. So yeah, I'm excited to continue to work hard to get that 100,000. And I've some people have been reaching out to me that they've given me some great ideas on how to improve my videos to get more ranking and better ranking and more followers. So I'm starting to do different things like that in some of my videos. So, Sue, we always say networking is incredibly positive, but you got to be willing to listen to what people say and how people say it, because there are a lot of golden nuggets in networking that you can take advantage of if you want to realize there are golden nuggets at your fingertips.
I would totally agree with that statement, because there's a wealth of knowledge and experience out there. We don't all want to take enough time to make all the mistakes all on our own. We should learn from what other people have found
And that's the key thing is, even with Santa school, yes, I go to a Santa school. Some of these Santas have been in this Santa school for 40 years. They've made the mistakes many times ago, many times, many times. So,
So they know.
that's why we say all the time, surround yourself with more knowledge and you're going to gain the steps of the ladder. But if you don't accept the knowledge, then you're just being a fool.
That is a good way to put it, because yeah, why not learn from what people have done and take what's been successful and grow from there? You don't have to stumble and fall stumble and fall and stumble. There's no point in that. Learn from other people and find the shortcuts, figure out what works.
Well,
I love that.
It's not even shortcuts. It's learning from other people's mistakes that you are going to make. Everybody
Right.
makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. You learn. And there's another key sentence. If you don't learn from your mistakes, then you're going backwards. The proverbial, God gives you the ability to make mistakes so you can learn.
Exactly. If we all knew how to do all the things, then what's the point? That life wouldn't be as fun, would it?
I'd snap my fingers and I'd have $1 million in the bank, and that would solve a few problems for sure.
That's true, actually.
I mean, we wouldn't have to, work this 14 hours a day to, inspire other people and get other people fired up. We'd do it because, we love it and we want to do it and we want to help people, but it wouldn't have to be on a 12-hour basis.
Right. Oh my gosh. And, speaking of people who like to help people, I see we got Leon joining us here too. How you doing, Leon?
Hey, how's it going, Sue? How's it going?
It's amazing.
Hello, Leon. How are you? We're both complaining that summer has arrived and it's in the 90s here in Wisconsin and Minnesota.
Yeah, I know. And I heard you say how you're working so hard. I just had a friend tell a joke. He was working. He said, "Oh my God, I'm working like a Hebrew slave. That's how hard I'm working."
Oh,
So
and where
everybody's
are you
working hard
hiding
trying to get it
today?
done. I'm in Seattle, actually. Yeah, the weather's a lot cooler. We're gonna get 80s next week, but right now we're like 65
There you go. That's
and a little rain, the typical Seattle rain.
well, typical Seattle weather, of course.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's a
So
little
what's your
glimpse of
biggest
ours. That's what I think.
Wow. I
what's
seen
your
on the
big
news you
project
got.
this week, Leon?
Well, we're gonna have a Water for Children music event coming up June 29th at
My birthday.
one of the opera. Oh, happy birthday. One of the opera singer Kim McGuire's mansion in Kirkland, Washington. She's an opera blues jazz singer. So we're gonna have this garden party, and it will be around 80 degrees because next week we get our heat wave.
There you go.
And we got some guests coming in from Zambia, Africa, where I've done water projects with. Her name is Beauty. She's coming in with some of the folks from Zambia to talk about the water projects that we've did in Zambia and Kenya, and we're going to be fundraising for water units for the Hopi, Navajo, and Zambia to put more water units there. So it's going to be a great event. Um, a great show. So yeah, things are going good. We also connected up with the coffee farmers around the world. I was just a guest speaker at a Dominican Republic embassy event in El Salvador, where I was one of the guest speakers on our Coffee for a Cause Water for Children event. So we connected up with a lot of the coffee farmers and producers and conglomerates out of South America, Central America, and all through Latin America. So that's going well. We also, I just sent the link, I think, to Marianne. I don't know if she's on here or not, on one of the sample commercials that we're working with on our Coffee for a Cause Water for Children music event. So been super busy.
That's good. Makes the days go by quicker, but working hard gives you amazing results too.
Yeah, it pays off. I mean, working together works also. We just got one of the top marketing people from Amazon that's going to be working with us once we get this funding that we're looking at. Hopefully, the first round is going to start next week, and we're in the second round. One of their top marketing executives that's going to be joining the Clean Water Foundation on helping us do this whole Coffee for a Cause, Water for Children. We got some of the Costco people involved that actually referred Rachel to us. I'll send you the link on our new marketing operator that'll be working with the Clean Water Foundation.
That's awesome. That's
So
awesome.
it's
There you
great that
go.
we got everyone coming in, joining us. Like I say, working together works. And as you all know, that's why we're on the World of Ability. We can't win the prize unless we advertise.
Well, not only that, but spreading the word and making teamwork make it teamwork helps make the work less. What's the word I'm looking for? You know, sharing the workload is making it less for work for each person. There we go.
Yeah, yeah. So no complaints. I mean, how can I complain? We got a sold out show coming up next week. Our new commercial that the link just came out on, the sample commercial, you guys can check out. And once the final deal is done, and that was actually done from the CEO of Access Mobility Video Marketing 24/7, Joe Wright, that put the sample commercial for our Coffee for a Cause Water for Children music projects together, which we should have by next week. That sample commercial will be done, and I'll send it out to everyone. But to have everybody helping us on the cause is amazing. To get the guests coming in from Zambia, Africa next week, to do a presentation with me about the water that we've done in schools and hospitals in Zambia and Kenya. That's amazing. So it what they say, just when we thought it was great, it got even greater.
Awesome. There we go.
Yeah, there go Mariana.
Aloha, hola, everybody. Happy Pride Day.
Nope, Saturday.
It's Saturday, and I'm in San Carlos, Mexico. And Santa Papa John, I must be doing something kind of right because the universe has gifted me with some nice presents, I guess. You're a gifter, and captain of the sailboat is going to be leaving. He gave me a brand new hammock that he never used, and he gave
Wow.
me actually a toilet from the head of the sailboat, not as a memory kind of thing, but he, some other memorabilia's on there. But we're going to put aloe in it because we're going to grow. We're going to grow the aloe, okay? Flowers grow, right? All of
Yeah.
us are growing together. We're the seed of life. We're the seed of our energy. We're the seed of world of ability. And also, then guess what? My nail salon lady, because I go over and give Reiki, and I bring the chiropractor over who's returning every 2 weeks. And guess what? They called me and said, we have a free, we want to take you on the boat cruise with us. And so I'm going on the boat cruise today. They're having a parade here. And I'm really excited. So I was an interpreter for a deaf gay man for over 10 years in Hawaii. I got to do a lot of events. I want to shine the light. It doesn't matter what your sex, race, or religion is. We're all good people and spirits of our mind and doing the good thing. And I had a wonderful experience interpreting for him. And I got gifted to do a lot of events. Out of the bottom of my heart, people give me tickets to go or paid for our tickets to do that. And I just want to shine the light that the universe kind of provided again. And I was very blessed. So I'm sharing that with you too, Leon. I got your new marketing campaign. We're going to make that happen. It's absolutely great to get the gifts out to the world who people deserve. Just fresh, clean drinking water, Santa Papa John.
That's
And
awesome.
it's yeah. So the universe is shifting. It's getting hot here. We're getting high winds from the well, there was a hurricane south here in Mexico, but it's coming up. The waves are about 2 to 3 foot. I'm not in Waikiki, so no one surfs down here, but we're going on the boat cruise today, and my friend with the captain, he's going to be here for another month. Says a little too rocking and rolling for us, Leon, to really go out cruising, and we, sailors got to be careful here too as well. But we're going to be going on a nice catamaran with 40 people, and again, I got a gift from my nail salon ladies because I gave Reiki to them. And I just want to highlight too, one of our shows way back in the day, we were talking about taking a class or getting certified, and you never know where it can take you. And by becoming a Reiki master, I got to go on major sailboats in Hawaii. They hired me on or brought me on board. And this was a nice treat and gift. And by sharing a talent out of my hands, even though I know I'm not signing, I have a bad hand. I have a wrist that needs to be worked on, my eyesight too, as well. But these lovely ladies gave me a free ticket. So that's how we circulate it, Santa Papa John. The gift keeps going. So great to be.
Absolutely.
It's so great to be here. And they're going to be bringing my books down here too. So I will really get to see them this summer. The real whole productions for Leon with the new backgrounds on the back of the books with the 4 logos, Clean Water Foundation. And I'm real excited to see them. So that's a present, and then we can start circulating them around the world. So it was a lot of work and editing. And I give a great thanks for the Acts of Kindness team and you, Santa Papa John, being on there on TikTok. And we'll have some summer fun and Leon too. So I just want to shine the light today on this very special Saturday. Uh,
Yeah.
Adios.
Without
Aloha.
a,
And
without a doubt.
al-
And we're gonna, and now that we have once we get this funding, the marketing folks from Amazon, some of the executives that's gonna be working with us. And I just sent the links on the latest on the water and music projects, along with us getting Rachel, that's her name, McDonald, the girl that's one of the top marketing folks for Amazon to join the Clean Water Foundation and Airline Ambassadors. She'll also be helping us with your project, Mariana, and World of Ability and all, because we're all part of that bundle package. So we're going to be getting the funding to spread the word. Just like what Papa John said, if you got the money, you can really do a lot compared to not having the money and working the 12 to 14 hours a day that we work to get the word out like we do. So I just put that link up there. You could check out the latest in the chat box. But once we get those folks to work with us, the Costco people, the Amazon people, to help us, that's now looking at everything we're doing and saying, hey, let us get involved. I think it's going to be totally awesome. It's going to be like riding a Learjet. We're going to be flying all over the place, getting the word out.
One step at a time, Leon.
That's it.
That's it.
Jump, guys. Take care. Good luck, and have fun this week.
You too.
Thank you, Santa Papa John, and thank you for your podcast. And oh, by the way, Leon, Santa Papa John got to meet the bird guy in Honolulu, Hawaii, a retired veteran that moved from Chicago and his passion with the birds and coffee with a cause. So we know we're all doing the right networking of everybody and everything and shining the light.
Yep. I'll be meeting them also when I'm down there in Hawaii.
Awesome.
So many people
And,
doing so many good things. I love this. You guys are amazing.
And we couldn't be doing it without you two as well, Sue. And you guys are out water skiing. Stay safe, put sunscreen on. We're getting strong winds here, and it's going to be rocking and rolling on the boats today. And got to follow captain's orders. But yeah, Leon, I'm excited to get the books down here in July to really review the editing. And we're working on the final video. My fiber guy has been ill. So, but we're getting out there. And I just want to share with you too. I got a Bing from Amazon that somebody bought one of my books. And I don't know which one, but
Congratulations.
so by getting out, and last week, Leon, it was so cool. I'm in my apartment and I'm watching television and I can see the whole in a bigger picture of the videos of us on TV. All right. Can you just imagine we bring them into animation movies? And I'm going to be talking with Mark and on the Mark on the Mark television with 220 networks, but anyway, he's got some marketing people too that helps with fundraising. So not a reshift in branding or whatever, but you know, getting everything in order and all that, and to really get it out. And thank you, Sue. I just was so blown away last Saturday watching the stuff on television, Leon, with the videos out there. It's getting out there, and it's because of the World of Ability podcast. So thank you very much, Sue. And again, Leon, I got to tell Kurt and Sue, I go, we got a new video, but it's the World Water Year, not World Water Day. So we got to play that one and get it out there. World Water Year.
Excellent.
Yes.
We'll be able to do that one next time. Unfortunately, I'm actually on my phone this time around since we are on the move. Because you know what? This is the weekend. Today's the day. We are at the Clean Water Festival. And we've been on the water all morning. We came home here long enough to take care of the dog. And we are heading back to the lake because we still have a ski show to put on today.
Wow. You go, girl. You go, Kurt. And that's a water festival. Tell us about that.
So it's Lake Country Clean Water Festival. So it is an effort to, actually this is our 14th annual, and it is all about educating people on clean water topics, basically. There's an education tent that was set up, actually that's just closing now. It was set up from 10 until 3. And this morning, our water ski club's been a key component in this festival. So we basically started this aspect of the festival because there's the Kiwanis Beach Party has been going on now for 29 years. So we did combine efforts with them and are doing this on the exact same timeline. So they actually have the road closed. There's music, there's food, there's entertainment, there's all sorts of things going on that they're in charge of. And then we have the Clean Water Festival portion that we're in charge of, which has included teaching. Gosh, I think we had somewhere around 25 people this morning learned how to water ski. We did some adaptive water skiing around lunchtime, and that education tent has been going since 10 o'clock this morning. And now, and also pontoon boat rides. So people have been touring around the lake and getting an education on what the lake is all about. And then in just under 2 hours from now, we will be back on the water, putting on a water ski show for the community.
Congratulations.
That's
Awesome.
amazing. Aren't they amazing? So we need some photos. So again, we can apply for Awesome Foundation grant on the water to show those photos as well. We got to keep
Excellent.
applying. We don't give up, and it only takes 15 minutes to do it. So if anybody's listening to, you can get an Awesome Foundation grant for $1,000. They love to give money away every month. Different states,
Amazing.
different chapters. So you put it out there, and you know what? It'd be surprised, and it'll come back to you manifested. I'm just excited. I got a free ticket to go on this boat cruise, and
Awesome.
yeah, yeah. So and anyway, we're gonna have great fun. And Leon, we're gonna work with On the Mark, get some other things going on, but looking forward to really seeing the whole series of the books that have been produced. They'll be bringing them down to me next month and move forward from there. And it's all good, but I know the videos are dynamite. It's getting out there and it looks good, and it looks good on television. Again, Sue and Kurt, thank you so much for posting that up there. And you too, Leon. And yeah, my fire designers did that. So go out and play is their tagline.
Excellent.
All
You
right,
guys are
guys.
amazing. You guys are amazing. I'm so appreciative of you and all the things that you guys are doing. I think it's time to see. Do you guys have any last words before we depart for the day here?
Thank you so very much, Sue and Kurt, for the World of Ability to let us get the word out. And now we're going to be putting all of that in our bundle package. And it's just getting better and better. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much for all you do. It is amazing the difference you've made and are continuing to make. We appreciate you both so much. Thank you for being part of the World of Ability. We are here every Saturday from 1 until 3 Central. And truly, for all the amazing things you guys are doing, we thank you.
All right. Bye-bye, guys.